Hello, welcome to the Math File channel. My name is Mouse, and this is still the polynomial walkthrough question. I think we left one question, that is question number 6b. In this video, we're going to solve question number 6b, and I should say that should take us some few minutes to do that. So let me cut this, and I need more space. The space is not large enough. Okay, so copy this one to a new blank page and do justice to the question over there. So in this question, we're told that the three roots of p of x equals to 0, where p of x is given by this are x equals to 1 over 5, x equals to n, and x equals to n plus 1. So you have to find the values of a and b, and also we're told that n is a negative integer. A and b are positive integers and n is a negative integer. We have to simplify our answers. So the best approach to solve this question would be the comparison method. So let me just write the p of x, then I'll try to use the comparison method to analyze this question. Because we're told that x equals to 1 over 5, I can boldly say that 5x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. So in this case, the first bracket is going to be 5x minus 1. I do the same thing for the x equal to n, that will be x minus n. Then the last one will be x minus n minus 1. Let's try to do some expansions. So we go 5x minus 1. Then this x multiplies this, giving you x squared. This x multiplies this, giving you negative nx. This x multiplies this gives you negative x. Now the negative n multiplies this bracket, this gives you negative nx. The negative n multiplies the negative n, it gets positive n squared, and this becomes positive n. Let's clean up a little bit inside the bracket. So negative n x minus nx will be negative 2nx. So this gives you x squared minus 2nx minus, if you are wondering where that is coming from, it's actually coming from this side. So negative nx plus negative nx will give you negative 2nx. So minus x plus n squared plus n. Okay, so that's the first expansion. Let's do the second expansion. So 5x multiplies everything. This will give you 5x cubed. 5x multiplies 2, you get negative 10 nx squared. This multiplies this and I get negative 5x squared. This multiplies the n and I get this to be 5n squared. This multiplies the n, 5n squared x. Sorry, my bad. Let's check if everything is correct. 5x multiplies x squared is 5x cubed. 5x multiplies negative 2 nx will give you negative 10 nx squared. 5x multiplies negative x will be negative 5x squared. 5x multiplying n squared will be 5n squared x. Then 5x multiplying n will be 5nx. Then the negative 1 multiplies everything, becomes negative x squared plus 2nx plus x minus n squared minus n. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Let's see if we can clean up a little bit. I don't think we can clean up, so let's factor out. So the first one, the ones with x cubed, we've got 5x cubed. I don't think there is any other x cubed. So plus, let's put all those with x squared in brackets. So this is with x squared. Let's look for another one with x squared. This with x squared. This with x squared. So we're going to put all the coefficients in brackets. So that is going to give you negative 10n, then minus 5, minus 1, all with this x squared. Plus, now let's look at the ones without, like with x. So this with x, this is with x, and this is with x, and I think this one as well, this with x. So 4 items with x. Okay, let me do this one up. So 4 items with x. We've got the first one to be 5n squared, the second one to be 5n, the third one to be 2n, and the last one to be 1. So all of this x. Then finally the ones without a variable, so that is negative n squared minus n. So in so doing, you can compare this to this question. From here you can do this comparison. Ax squared can be compared to all this. So by comparison, we can see that a is equal to negative 10n minus 6, since negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. Then we can move on to the difference comparison. So we can compare the bx to the ones with x. So I can say that b is equal to 5n squared plus 7n plus 1. Then finally I can compare the ones without a variable to the ones without a variable x. That's what I mean. So we've got negative 2 is equal to negative n squared minus n. So I can simply solve for this, take everything to one side. So n squared plus n minus 2 equals to 0. Let's try to solve this quadratic equation using a calculator. So we've got 1, 1, and negative 2. So the answer is 1 and negative 2. So n equals to 1 and n equals negative 2. But going back to the question, we're told that n is a negative integer. So therefore n equals negative 2. Now that we know the value of n, we should be able to get the value of b. So b now becomes 5 negative 2 squared plus 7 of negative 2 plus 1. So let's do the substitution. 5 negative 2 squared plus 7 of negative 2 plus 1. That gives you b to be equal to 7. So b equal to 7. Now a also is going to be negative 10, n is negative 2 minus 6. So that gives you negative 10 of negative 2 minus 6. And this gives you a to be equal to 14. So we've got a to be 14, b to be equal to 7, and n to be equal to negative 2. I think that's all. We have to find p of x. So p of x is going to be equal to 5x cubed plus ax squared. So a was 14, 14x squared plus bx minus 2. So plus 7x minus 2. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we're actually correct. Let's solve this cubic equation using a calculator. If we are correct, we can actually tell from that. So a equation, polynomial, degree of 3. So we go 5, 14, 7, and negative 2. So we've got the first answer to be x equals to 1 over 5, and the next answer to be negative 1, x equals to negative 1. Then we've got the next one to be x equals to negative 2. So let's compare to what the question told us. We were told that x equals to 1 over 5. So x equals to 1 over 5. X equals to n, and x equals to n minus 1. So n plus 1, sorry. So remember we got n to be equal to negative 2. So this becomes x equals to -2 if I replace it to the n, and -2 plus 1 will give you -1. So we are correct. Okay, so that will be all for this video. Take care of yourself. Please don't hesitate to put in the comment if you got a better method to solve this question, and also hit me up on either my email mathfile.info@gmail.com or the number you see on your screen for a more personalized lesson. Take care of yourself. Again, bye bye for now.